What is up, everyone? Today I want to show you what fear looks like in the market. I'm going to show you a quick video of CNBC, and let's jump right into it. Hi, my name is Naz, and welcome to In the Black. My goal is to provide you valuable information to move your finances from red to black. If this is your first time, like, subscribe, and click the bell for more content like this. Okay, before we jump in, this is the news that CNBC was covering on Monday. Not even that long ago, but I just want to show you what really fear looks like. And the more they repeat it, the more investors sell their stocks because they think that all this stuff is true. So this should be a very good lesson for us to learn from.
All morning, we've been watching stocks tied to the economic reopening as the spread of the COVID Delta variant prompts investor concerns and seems to be contributing to a sharp drop in the futures.
Okay, the first point I want to cover is the Delta variant. The Delta variant has been in the news for a while now, and it's been out there. I'm not sure why all of a sudden it's coming back up.
Get straight over to Jim Cramer, because you look at cruise lines right now, airlines, they are getting beaten down and beaten down badly. Jim, it is very good to see you this morning.
Okay, so quickly, cruise lines have been struggling for a while, even since 2020. So the thing that's pretty interesting is this: anytime that there is an imminent shutdown, cruise lines prices drop like crazy. So that's something that if you're an investor in these type of stocks, you should be paying attention to.
Let's talk about all of this and whether this is a dip and an opportunity to buy or something else.
Well, I think what's interesting is these stocks have been going down forever, for weeks. Now suddenly seems that people discover. I mean, like Mike Wilson's got a.
Well, stocks have been going down for a while due to inflation and other fears, right? So, not sure what he means there.
Piece today says, listen, time to get defensive. I mean, these things rolled over maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
And the other thing I want to point out is says, make sure that you get into like stocks that are defensive. Okay.
And I don't think that I want to own those because they're somewhat related to Reddit. The Reddit people are all over the cruise lines from bottom to top, and the airlines. They're more than just in GME and AMC. They're also in these stocks. So we have to let the Reddit people really kind of get cleaned out, get their clock clean. I say this mostly because I like to get hectored on Twitter. But it's those stocks, and I think that it's time to start thinking about the companies that have a 3% yield. When you've got this kind of yield, Andrew, when you have 1.22, give me 3%.
So look at all this. So if you actually look right now, just in your area, or even just like you can just check the internet, do you think people are traveling, or they're really scared and not going anywhere and staying indoors, and are really worried about the Delta variant, right? So that tells you there is a disconnect between the stock market sometimes and what reality is.
But in terms of long-term investors, Jim, who are thinking a year out, do you look through the Delta variant at this point? Do you
Yes,
not? I mean, we've been looking through a lot of stuff, and so the question is, you look through it.
You look through it. All these athletes that are testing, they're obviously asymptomatic, or else they wouldn't be just crushing it right now. So I think that look, and I think also, by the way, the J&J, Dr. Topol says that's the one to be careful of, not to disparage J&J, particularly with this talc thing that they've got going. But I just think that where we are is there's just so much fear in the market, and I just think that the asymptomatic is not as dangerous. The deaths are not going up that much. So I'm not.
He has a good point there. So the Delta variant pretty much took over the U.S. and the majority of the cases that are being reported is exactly that. But hospitalization is at a very, very low percentage. So he does have a good point to make sure that when you're investing and you're looking into the future, that this shouldn't be one of those concerns for you.
I'm not buying that this is the end of the bull market. I'm saying that most of the companies that are involved with technology have been rolling over.
Okay, so another quick thing. A bull market is when stocks are going up, and a bear market is when stocks are going down, right? So we've been in a bull market for a very long time. I think 2010 until now.
For days, maybe even weeks, and suddenly everyone's discovered that. I'm looking at things like Cleveland-Cliffs. They're selling at 1.8 times earnings. Interesting.
What about a Facebook? And the reason I ask is, they appeared to beat back the antitrust case at least temporarily, but now they have the White House on them all over again around COVID.
I mean, look, that stock, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Alphabet, they've all held up a long time. And I think that once you see those roll over, then everything's rolled over. And after that, once everything's rolled over, then you're going to start hearing.
Okay, that's enough of that. So yeah, that's just pretty much what they're reporting on the news. This is July 19th, to be precise, okay? So now let's just look at what happened to the cruise lines. So, example, this was Monday, July 19th, 10:30 a.m. And since then, if you look, went up. As soon as the 19th was pretty much done, the next day we're at what? Yeah, so let's just start here. Yeah, so 9:30 Tuesday. That's when the stock market opens. It's already at 1992. And then from then on, it went up 7%. But if you bought at 10:30, July 19th, you're looking at pretty much a 10% to 9.7% return. Yeah, so remember that one day after, the stock went up almost 10%. And that's from them saying that, listen, the variant is going to be here. There's fear in the market. There's a lot of sell-off. As you saw, there was a lot of sell-off. Anytime that you see red, even from like the past 5 days, you can see there's a lot of red because people have been selling off their stocks and whatnot, right? So, I mean, that just tells you human nature, right? So the stock market is not for the faint of heart. It'll be going up and down. And one of the things that I really wanted to point out today in this video is you kind of almost have to take a step back and look at what reality looks like. Like, do you think that the Delta variant is pretty much putting people in situations where they are, not going anywhere, that we're back to almost like lockdown, or you think that people are actually out there trying to live their life, trying to get back to normal, or mainly traveling based on the stocks that you're looking at? So let's say if you're getting to a cruise or you're trying to go to a resort, do you think that people are traveling, right? If people are traveling, that should give you an indication that the stock is pretty much disconnected from reality. So that you should hold, should not worry about anything else, just let it be, right? So the ups and downs should not matter, especially if you're a long-term investor. Well, there you have it, folks. If this video has been helpful, like, subscribe, and click the bell for more content like this. This is Naz, and I'll see you on the next one.